Respiratory and digestive lab exam. Let's go. First section, vocabulary matching. Alveoli. Alveoli, site of gas exchange. Expiratory reserve. Volume of air breathed out after a normal breath. Glottis. Opening between the vocal cords. Next set. Inspiratory reserve. Inspiratory reserve. Volume breathed in after a normal breath. Phrenic nerve. Phrenic nerve. Nerve that stimulates the diaphragm. Residual volume. Residual volume. Volume left over after forceful expiration. Next set. Tidal volume. Tidal volume. Normal volume is 0.5 liters and normal breathing volume. Trachea. Windpipe. Vital lung capacity. Vital lung capacity. Total amount of exchangeable air in the lungs. Done with vocabulary. Next section. Your patient is a 120-pound female with a respiratory rate of 20. What is the alveolar ventilation rate? Got to pull out all the fingers and toes on this one. The alveolar ventilation rate is 7,000 milliliters per minute. For this equation, remembering you have to remember that you need 350 milliliters per breath, so that's the amount of air that gets into the alveoli, multiplied by how many breaths per minute, so our respiratory rate, and that equals 7,000 milliliters per minute. And for those that need to see, the units cancel out, so the breaths cancel out each other, so that's how we end up with just milliliters per minute. Labeling. So first four at the top. Number 1, parotid salivary gland. Number 2, pharynx. Number 3, larynx. Number 4, trachea. Next set. Number 1, esophagus. Number 2, stomach. Number 3, pancreas. Just a little dude hanging out behind the stomach. Number 4, diaphragm. Number 5, liver. Next set. Number 1, sigmoid colon. Number 2, rectum. Number 3, small intestines. Number 4, appendix. Number 5, anus. Next, digestion lab. For number 1, burette reagent turns pink when polypeptides are present. Number 2, Benedict's reagent is originally aqua blue. Number 3, body temperature, 37 degrees Celsius, promotes enzymatic action. Number 4, pepsin's preferred pH is 1.5 or 2. Next set. A sample that goes through all the stages of a reaction except for the one being tested is called a control. Salivary amylase is present in the mouth to digest starch. Gastric pepsin is present in the stomach to digest protein. Phenol red turns from red to yellow as oil is digested due to reaction becoming an acidic solution. Pancreatic lipase is the pancreatic enzyme that digests fat. When iodine turns blue-black, starch is present. Catabolism reaction order, either correct or incorrect. The first one, polypeptides to protein, protein to amino acids, correct or incorrect. Incorrect. The correct order would be protein to polypeptides, then polypeptides to amino acids. Next, we have lipids to fatty acids and glycerol. That one is correct. Last one, monosaccharides to polysaccharides, then to disaccharides. That one is incorrect. It should be polysaccharides to disaccharides and then monosaccharides. Last section. So our digestion chart. First, looking at the organ site of production for number 1 of pepsin. Pepsin is produced in the stomach. Bile. Bile is produced in the liver. Pancreatic lipase. Pancreatic lipase is in the pancreas. Next, the nutrient it digests, whether it's a carbohydrate, a protein, or a lipid. For pepsin. Pepsin digests protein. Bile. Bile digests lipids. Pancreatic lipase. Pancreatic lipase also digests lipids. Product after digestion. For pepsin, the product after digestion are polypeptides. Bile. The product after digestion for bile are emulsification droplets. Pancreatic lipase. The product after digestion for pancreatic lipase are monoglycerides and free fatty acids. Remember, on the word bank, the letter for each of those terms is the same letter, so it doesn't matter the order that you put them in. Last section. The trigger for its production. So what nutrient, then where? Pepsin. Pepsin is produced in the trigger for protein. Try this again. Pepsin is triggered to be produced due to the presence of protein, and is made in the stomach. Bile. Bile is triggered to be produced due to the presence of lipids. It works in the small intestines. Pancreatic lipase. Pancreatic lipase also digests lipids and it's in the small intestines as well. Good luck!